But whatever happened, this was another embarrassment for Russia. And look, on the May 9th, they will be celebrating what they call Victory Day. But this year, it will be, for them, the second year in a running, it will be an embarrassment day.
There can't be an attack on the Kremlin without some retaliation. Whoever was really responsible for yesterday's drones above Moscow, this morning Russia launched yet more aerial attacks on Ukraine with explosions heard at cities across the country. But Ukrainian air defences say they've downed 18 out of 24 drones launched by Russia in a pre-dawn attack this morning. Yuriy Sak is an advisor to Ukraine's defence minister and he joins us now. Good morning to you, Yuriy.
Good morning. Good morning.
Tell us what it's like this morning. Before we talk about that attack, in inverted commas, on the Kremlin, what is it like this morning? 18 out of 24 drones being taken down. Does that mean 6 got through? What's the damage been?
Well, we're still assessing the damage. Some objects of infrastructure have been hit. Debris of the shot down drones have fallen into residential areas, even in central parts of Kyiv. But overall, I must say that, today morning is one in a series of mornings which we have experienced during the last 10 days, because, as you know, the massive missile strikes have been taking place very frequently lately. And for example, yesterday, while the whole world was trying to understand, who was behind the so-called drones attacks on Kremlin, in the city of Kherson, there was a Russian terrorist missile strike and shelling that took the lives of 23 civilians and injured 46 more. So we live in this atmosphere of terror without pauses. And for us, it's, today morning, unfortunately, it is a kind of a tragic morning, but morning as usual.
Yeah. Let's talk about that Kremlin attack. It was 2 drones, and the allegation from Putin was that this was an assassination attempt on him by Ukrainian forces. Moscow's an awful long way from Ukraine, of course, even for a drone. What do you think happened, and who's responsible for it?
Look, whatever happened, and whoever is behind it, and whoever it is not Ukraine. We have said it very clearly. Our president said it very clearly that Ukraine has more important things to do than to try to assassinate this leader of the terrorist state. We have a counteroffensive on our hands. We're preparing for this. We want and we must and we will liberate our lands. Now, but whatever happened, this was another embarrassment for Russia. And look, on the May 9th, they will be celebrating what they call Victory Day. But this year, it will be, for them, the second year in a running, it will be an embarrassment day. Because for the last 14 months, we have degraded their army to such an extent that they've been not able to gain any control of, they've annexed some parts of Ukrainian territory temporarily, but, they've been fighting, for example, for Bakhmut now for 7 months with no success. And now, with these drone attacks, look, they are telling their own people that they are the second most powerful army in the world. They're telling their people that the air defense systems that Russia has apparently are second to none in the world. And 2 drones fly over the whole of Russia into Moscow and land on the top of the Kremlin tower. Now, that is ridiculous. So, whether these are partisans who are beginning to grow in Russia or somebody else, we have no idea. But this was another embarrassment. And look, Russia is really desperate now, especially on the eve of their embarrassment day, which will be on May 9th, I will repeat. Russia is desperate to try to explain somehow to their people, why are they in this aggressive war against Ukraine? They've been struggling to do this from day one. But now, as the time goes by, and as they take staggering losses, as their economic stability plummets, as their international disgrace is growing, they have no arguments to explain to their own people what is happening. They cannot explain to their people why they're being sent by the thousands to die. What for? So they have all these domestic problems. And of course, what better way to mobilize your crowd as to say that, look, Mother Russia is under threat. We are fighting a holy war. Crazy Ukrainians are already attacking Moscow. Now, that all seems as a false flag operation. It's very theatrical. And this will have no impact on our plans when it comes to the military operations. And Russia has just again shown itself, and they have a track record of false flag operations. They've done that in the past.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Yuriy, great to speak to you. Good luck with everything. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
That's Yuriy Sak, the advisor to Ukraine's defense minister.